Hi there, my name is Seymour, and I'm here to introduce basic tips at getting better at Rocket League. As an esports commentator, I've witnessed multiple different levels of the game, and now it's time to pass it on to you. This will be a weekly series that will have a new topic every single week, so we'll start off with the basics, and as we go on, we will cover more advanced topics each week. To get started in week number 1, we'll be covering basic settings and 2 basic mechanics to get you onto the pitch and running. Camera settings are a massive part of the game and are something that should be tweaked as soon as you get into the game, as it can help you see more of the field as well as both your opponents and teammates. So starting off, just load into a free play and take note of how the camera settings look on the field. After, go into settings and camera and adjust. And the first thing you want to do is turn off camera shake. They don't have to be those settings exactly, but I recommend somewhere around 105 to 110 field of view, 270 to 290 distance, 80 to 100 height, and -3 to -5 angle. You can adjust swivel speed and transition speed to how you like it. Next up, controls. Controls are quite important, as it gives you the freedom to do different things with your fingers. I personally use a controller, but for keyboard and mouse players, or KVM players, there are good options for you as well. The trade-off for using controller versus KVM is that you get a little bit more freedom to move around in the air with controller, whereas it's very one-to-one input with the KVM. So when you press W key, you move forward. When you press S key, you move backwards. And you can already see there's not a lot of flexibility for it. I recommend binding air roll and power slide to the same button on KVM, whether that's the default left shift or another button that might better suit you. For controller players, I recommend changing boost to R1 on PlayStation controllers and RB on Xbox controllers, since it frees up a finger, makes things like aerialing and general gameplay a lot easier. I also recommend you bind a directional air roll early on to get used to it, as it makes it easier for precise aerials, which we will cover in a later video. Next up, we're going to look at a basic mechanic starting with the wave dash. A wave dash is a common mechanic that is used to keep momentum, which you'll want to remember because we'll talk about momentum in a future video. I have included a controller overlay for you to follow along with, but basically wave dashing consists of jumping and then gaining speed off the ground. You jump once, then as soon as you're about to hit the ground, angle your car so your back wheel hits first, and quickly flick your left thumbstick up as you press your jump button again. If you're a keyboard and mouse player, jump, lean back slightly with the S key, and then as you are landing, hold the W key and jump again. You can do that from the wall to the ground to the wall, or any surface. As long as you have your flip, you can gain speed. Practice this in your own games until it becomes effortless. This one's a lot of fun, the half flip. A mechanic everyone should know, but it takes a lot of getting used to. If you ever find yourself out of position, half flips are the easiest way to get back into position. We're going to break this down into 3 moves. Again, follow the controller overlay if you get stuck. First, you want to get backflipping down. To backflip, hold down the left stick and press jump twice. Continue to practice that until you have it on lock. Next, start working on flicking your left stick up right after your second jump. If you do that, your car should end up on its hood. Continue to practice that until you feel confident. Lastly, when you're confident enough, work in that air roll left or right as you're flicking up on the left stick. When you're holding down one of those air rolls, you will turn over. For keyboard and mouse players, do the same sort of run through. Start by doing a full backflip, then graduate to canceling your backflip by holding the W key very quickly after backflipping. Then while you're turning over, hold down your air roll and the A or D key on your keyboard to flip upright the other way. It's not an easy mechanic, but it is a fundamental one that will help you improve as you continue to play. Thanks for coming out to week 1 of our Rocket League tips. We hope that these tips and tricks can help you improve and get those wins. See you all next week, which will be covering defense and offense rotations.